It's an incredible pressure the student, the auditioner, puts on themselves. Remember when we get the gig? We've been hired, yay. We sign the contract, we go to our first day of rehearsal. We're not concerned, although there's always what I call our limiting editor in there, talking to us, but we're basically not concerned about what anyone thinks. We're there to grow into this person that is on the page and can only live through us. So we really are in a place of exploration, a place of play, a place of non-judgment, a place of allowing. Very, very different from what happens in the room, because everybody goes in there and pushes for something. And I get it, again, as an actor, I totally get it. We invest our lives in getting the part, in being seen, in being cast. I equate that in terms of the mental, emotional construct of acting, and we cannot divorce our creative process from that. I equate that with being loved. I equate that with being accepted, with being seen, with being heard. Great. So wouldn't it be cool if you could walk in the audition room and be in a place of play, like we are when we're in rehearsal? We're in a profession where we spend thousands of dollars a year, right, to perfect being present in our auditions. And we walk in and we attempt to prove something. We attempt to show something. We attempt to impress. And in those processes, we are outside of ourselves. It is not a private, personal, dropped-in, intimate, truthful, real, I'm out of my way, I'm trusting I know who I am inside of my creative process, exchange between me and the casting director.
Is some of that because we as actors, when we go into that room, don't really expect that the casting directors are going to give us the latitude to do that, that they're expecting a result in our audition, and how do you get past that idea?
Great. That's a concept, and I'd love to interview 10 casting directors to give you that answer from their perspective. However, I work with a number of them consistently and repeatedly. And to a person, they say the following. It's a great, great question. It's a brilliant question. They say the following: we want every single person that walks in the room to be wonderful. We want nothing more than for them to be comfortable in their process, showing up for themselves, and really wonderful. To really drop in to what makes each of us, we are unique and one of a kind. They want each of us to drop into what makes us special and unique. That's the result they're looking for. If we get down to the final callback, when we get down to the final callback, and it's between this young lady, could be a young man, or middle-aged or old, it doesn't matter, depending on the character, has a magnificent voice and is a good actor, obviously, or they wouldn't have made it to the final call, and that young lady is a good singer, but kills us in her interpretation of the role. We're going to give her the role and give her voice lessons. The voice follows the story. The voice follows the story and is informed by the story. When you're in a line of 50 of your peers and you hear those lovelies slamming their voices against the back wall in that audition room, and you dare to go in there and tell a story, it is very likely one of two things is going to happen. You're going to get a callback if the other variables we can never control are at all in place, or you're going to go in the love her call back file for the next show. And if You guys don't think the casting directors look through every single picture they have ever kept. Think again. That's what we want, people. We want to get that call back, or we want to get into that pile of, I'm going to be called back. I know I am. Might not be for the show, but I know I'm going to be called back. Because those are the people who dare to show up as human beings and communicate a story and trust that their voice, which is wonderful or fine, is going to follow that. And in so doing, it's going to bring to life so much nuance in terms of the tone and the timbre and the quality of the sound that can't possibly be there if I'm blasting my beautiful sound at the casting directors regardless of what's going on in the story. Folks, they're casting actors who sing. They're casting people who can inhabit a role. That's what we do at Kimberly Vaughn Performance Studio. And it's a fun journey. It's a fun journey. It's a journey that makes sense. It's a journey that has a payoff.
So there is hope.
Oh, there's so much hope. And I can list names of people on Broadway, regional tours, national tours.
Well, that's a very optimistic message from you, Kimberly Vaughn. Thanks for coming in and sharing it with us.
I am so happy to have this opportunity, Brad. Thank you.